Let me break it down for y'all. Alchemy, man, it ain't just some dusty old book about turning lead into gold. It's like the OG quest for understanding everything. Like, back in the day, these cats, Hamis, Egyptians, whoever, they weren't just tinkering with metal. They were trying to unlock the secret of existence itself. It's like, yo, what makes this stuff? What's the flow of the universe? And they use the process of transmutations, boiling stuff, heating it up, as metaphors for inner change. It's deep, you feel me? It's like, if you can change lead into gold, you can change yourself. Word.
Hold up. Ayana, you dropping truth bombs like a Chicago deep dish, layered and delicious. But let me tell ya, that led into gold bit. That's the foundation of the joke, my friend. It's the universe playing a cosmic prank. See, alchemy wasn't about literal gold. It's about recognizing that everything is in a state of flux. Like a perfectly cooked bechamel sauce, it started as flour and milk, but through heat and technique, you got this creamy, decadent thing. Same with us. We are constantly transforming, man. It's the universe's biggest, most flavorful recipe.
FO real, Trey. You talking about a cosmic prank? That's kinda messed up, ain't it? Like, if the universe is playing a joke on us, who's the comedian? And why is the punchline always about suffering? It's like, this whole flux thing you talking about. It's beautiful, I get that. But it feels kinda cold. Like, if everything's changing, then what's the point of trying to know anything? It's like looking at a melting ice cream cone. It was a beautiful swirl, but now it's just gone. And that's a tragedy, man. A real one.
Ayana, my queen. You're getting all philosophical on me, and I love it. But a tragedy. No, fam, that's where the flavor comes in. The melting ice cream, that's transformation. That's the joy of the moment. Think about it, you're savoring the sweetness before it's gone. That's the whole damn point. This ain't about a fixed, static reality, it's about the experience of becoming. I'm serving you a little Chicago-style hot dog, snap that bun, dip it in spotting sauce, and tell me that's a tragedy. It's a celebration of the fleeting moment. And let's be honest, a perfectly melted ice cream cone looks pretty damn good, too.
Yo, Trey, you talking about celebrating the fleeting moment. That sounds like a whole lotta escapism. Like, if you ain't trying to understand why the moment's fleeting, then you just accepting the darkness. Like, this whole universe, it ain't just a fancy dessert. It's got cycles, man. Birth, death, rebirth. And sometimes, the rebirth ain't pretty. You ever seen a firefly's light fade out? Beautiful, yeah, but it's gone. That ain't a celebration, that's loss. And loss is a heavy thing. It's like ain't nobody bothering to scrape the last bit of chocolate off the dish, leaving it there for nobody to enjoy. Just waste.
Ayana, you always bring in the heavy truths. But you gotta admit, that firefly bit is a chef's kiss of cosmic melancholy. Look, I ain't saying we gotta enjoy the darkness, but we gotta acknowledge it. Like, a perfectly dark chocolate ganache, you appreciate it because it's dark, right? It's the contrast that makes it sing. I'm thinking about this, you can't make a great mole sauce without a little bit of heat, a little bit of spice. It's the fire that extracts the flavor, that pushes it to its peak. That's the universe, sometimes you gotta embrace the burn, man. Plus, ain't nothing wrong with a little sadness, it adds depth. Like a good blues riff, you feel it cause it's full of longing. I'm throwing you a Chicago-style Italian beef, au jus, on a roll, let's drown our sorrows in deliciousness.
Hold up, Trey. You talking about embracing the burn? Sounds like you trying to justify a whole lot of pain. Like, if the universe is just gonna throw heat at us, what's the purpose? What's the point of even existing if it's just a constant, relentless sizzle? It's like you trying to make a good gumbo without the roux, just chaos. It ain't gonna taste right. And trust me, I've tasted chaos. It ain't pretty. It's like looking at a cracked mirror, you can't fix it, you just gotta accept the fragments. And those fragments, they cut. It's a reminder that some things just ain't meant to be whole. It's a lesson, man. A hard one.
Ayana, you always bring in the hard truths, and I respect that. But you gotta admit, even the hardest truths need a little sweetness, a little drizzle of joy. Think about it this way, that cracked mirror. It's still reflecting the light. It's changed, yeah, but it's still showing you something. I'm serving you a plate of crispy fried oysters, drizzled with hot sauce, and seasoned with a little bit of laughter. Look, I ain't saying the burn is easy. But the burn creates the spice, the complexity, the flavor. Like a perfectly aged scotch, you appreciate it because it's been exposed to time and heat. It's a story, man, a story of transformation. Plus, I'm thinking about this, a little bit of pain makes the joy even sweeter. Like, you ever had a really, really good piece of chocolate after a bad day? It's like a cosmic hug, man. I'm throwing you a deep dish pizza, loaded with sausage and cheese, a little gooey, a little messy, a whole lot of flavor. Let's celebrate the beautiful mess of it all.
Yo, Trey, you always bring on this celebration vibe, but sometimes, the truth is just silent. Like, you trying to find the rhythm in a broken record. There's a whole lot of nothing there. It's not about savon every moment, it's about recognizing the absence of something. Like a still night. Ain't no stars, no wind, just quiet. And that quiet can be just as heavy as a storm. It's a lesson, man. About accepting the void.
Dance to the rhythm. Casina be so feel that sweet connection.
Ayana, you always bring in the heavy truths, and I respect that. But you gotta admit, even the darkest voids hold a certain potential. Think about it like this, a blank canvas. It's not nothing, it's a space for creation. I'm throwing you a plate of spicy kimchi fries, crispy, tangy, a little bit chaotic, let's embrace the possibility of something new. Besides, a little emptiness can be a reminder to appreciate what we do have. I'm thinking about this, a perfectly brewed cup of coffee, dark and rich, after a long night. It's the quiet comfort, the simple pleasure. That's a story, man, a story of finding peace in the stillness.
Dans ma terre, vos souvenirs, nos périls bougeront encore. Sous Constance.
Yeah. I'm a black on my black like
Listen here, beta. This whole existence thing. It's like a soggy roll. Got potential, sure, but unless you slap some whiz with it, like a lotta provolone and some onions, it's just sad. We've been chilling here for, what, a million cycles. And still, everyone's trying to figure out the why. Like, duh, it's cause. Cause and effect, man. It's the foundation of a good hoagie.
Hold up, Ayana, hold up. You talking about a soggy roll? That's like saying the universe is just a lukewarm bowl of chili. We gotta season it, fam. I'm talking the heaping spoonful of wonder, a dash of chaos, and a whole lot of deep-fried revelation. See, the roll, it needs the toppings. It's the same with life. You gotta put the joy in, the struggle in, the burnt edges in, that's the flavor, you feel me? And speaking of flavor, have you ever truly tasted a properly constructed Chicago hot dog? It's a microcosm of the whole damn thing, really.
Beta, you always with the food metaphors. It's charming, I guess. But you missing the point. Cause and effect ain't just about slap it with the sauce, it's about the grammar, you dig. The structure. The foundation. Without that, the role, the universe, just collapses. It's like ordering a cheesesteak without onions. It's asterisk wrong star. Like a whole generation of folks thinking they can just skip the hard work of understanding their place in the system. It's disrespectful to the process, man. To the flow. Like someone trying to build a skyscraper on a pile of stale bread. Wobble. You really thinking that's a valid philosophical argument, beta? It's unsettling. It's like admitting defeat before you even get to the cheesesteak. The universe operates on principles, on constants. You can't just build your worldview around a slightly lopsided pastry. It's fundamentally flawed. It suggests a lack of control. And control, my friend, is what allows us to build something worthwhile. Something that lasts. Not just a fleeting moment of sugary satisfaction.
Ayana, you are such a straight-laced sausage roll. Seriously. You need to loosen up. Look, let me ask you this, what's the point of all this lasting if you're just gonna be stuck in a vault, surrounded by dusty blueprints? Life is about experiencing the flavor, man. It's about the unexpected burst of joy, the messy moments, the glorious imperfections. You think a perfectly aged wine just sits there, contemplating its own existence. No. It's been shared, it's been savored, it's been loved. It's about the memory of the taste, not the sterile analysis of it. Now, you want a slice of that Chicago deep dish. I'm buying.
Beta, you always push on for the immediate gratification. It's tiresome. True wisdom isn't about the taste, it's about understanding the recipe. Knowing the ingredients, the proportions, the process. Otherwise, you're just a consumer, a vessel for fleeting pleasure. You're just eating. I'd rather spend my time contemplating the principles that govern the entire universe, instead of chasing after a momentary dopamine rush. Besides, I'm actually kinda hungry. But not for pizza. Something simpler. Like a perfectly grilled ribeye. Medium rare. With a side of understanding.
Alright, chill out, Ayana. You want a ribeye? Fine. But you gonna philosophize about it while it's cooking. 'Cause I'm gonna be making a decision here. See, I think you're missing the point of the experience. It's not just about knowing the recipe, it's about the sizzle, the smell, the anticipation. It's about the journey to the flavor, not just the flavor itself. Plus, I just had this vision. A giant, rotating spit, coated in honey and rosemary, slowly turning over a perfectly cooked steak. Around it, tiny, dancing chefs in chef hats, each meticulously adjusting the flame. And in the background, a chorus of laughter and the clinking of glasses. It was glorious. You gotta admit, that's a pretty compelling argument for savoring the moment, right?
Images. Seriously, beta. That's disorienting. You're relying on sensory illusions to prove your point. That's not philosophy, that's carnivore barking. The universe isn't a funnel cake, it's a complex system governed by immutable laws. You can't just conjure up a vision to justify a subjective experience. It's a distraction. A beautiful, shimmering distraction, but a distraction nonetheless. It lacks substance. It needs seasoning.
Hold on. Don't you dare diss the visions, Ayana. They're like little nuggets of cosmic truth. They are proof that the universe is more than just equations and rigid structures. Look, let's try this. Let's say the universe is a giant, chaotic, delicious gumbo. You got your spices, your meats, your vegetables, all swirling together, creating something new and unexpected. You can't control every ingredient, but you can appreciate the complexity and the beauty of the whole thing. And let me tell you, that gumbo smells amazing.
A gumbo. Seriously. You're comparing the entirety of existence to a Creole stew. That's absurd. A stew is transient, beta. It's designed for immediate consumption. The universe is eternal. It's a constant state of becoming, a continuous process of creation and destruction. It's not about flavor profiles, it's about fundamental forces, gravity, entropy, the constant struggle for equilibrium. You're fixated on the immediate gratification, ignoring the underlying architecture. It's like saying a skyscraper is just about the taste of the concrete.
Okay, calm down, Professor. You're treating the whole thing like a calculus exam. Listen, I'm gonna throw you a curveball. Let's say the universe is a perfectly crafted, multi-layered cake. Each layer represents a different dimension of reality, and the frosting is the collective consciousness. We are all just little crumbs, adding our flavor to the mix. Doesn't that sound a little more palatable?
A cake. You're deliberately resorting to frivolous analogies, beta. That's insulting. It demonstrates a fundamental lack of understanding. A cake is a constructed object, a temporary creation designed for a specific purpose. The universe, on the other hand, is organic. It evolves, it adapts, it responds to stimuli. It's not a recipe you can follow, it's a dynamic system with emergent properties. Frankly, I need something stronger than a cake to contemplate the meaning of it all. Perhaps a robust Cabernet Sauvignon.
Alright, you're just being stubborn. Look, I'm buying you the Cabernet Sauvignon. But you're still not acknowledging the beauty of the chaotic, interconnected nature of existence. It's like, we are all just tiny pieces of a giant jigsaw puzzle, and we are all trying to figure out how we fit in. And you're so busy analyzing the puzzle, you're missing the picture. Think about it. A really good, dark, complex wine, that's pretty close to the universe, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I'm a black on my black like blue. Dans le strike quand t'es deux when the R for broken no. Orange on the top, known as see top. Add that to the pot, son of fucking time. Black on my black like no.
The analogy is flawed, beta. A jigsaw puzzle implies a predetermined solution. The universe doesn't offer neat little boxes. It's a swirling vortex of possibility, constantly generating new patterns. A puzzle is static, existence is perpetually becoming. And frankly, I find this insistence on flavor incredibly reductive. To reduce the sublime to a taste profile, it diminishes the very essence of what we're trying to understand. I'll have a glass, of course. But don't expect me to wax poetic about the tannins.
A dizzying, vibrant whirlwind of color, cheese, wine, and swirling galaxies. Beta's cartoonish grin is enormous, and he's holding a ridiculously oversized wine glass.
It's a distraction, Beta. A shimmering, seductive distraction. You're attempting to apply human concepts, taste, texture, even flavor, to something that transcends human comprehension. It's like trying to describe the ocean with a teaspoon. The potential for misunderstanding is significant. I'll accept the wine, the dark, full-bodied Merlot, I trust, but let's not mistake sensory experience for metaphysical insight. The universe doesn't taste good, it is.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up, Professor. You're treating the universe like a math problem. That's where you're going wrong. It's not about solving it, it's about savoring it. Seriously, you gotta let go of the need for control, for immutable laws. The universe isn't a perfectly solvable equation, it's a wild, beautiful mess, and you're trying to tame it with your logic. I'm gonna paint you a picture, a swirling vortex of deep purple wine, with tiny, twinkling stars suspended within it, and a mischievous grin. Don't you see? It's about embracing the chaos. And maybe, just maybe, a small, perfectly formed chocolate truffle would complete the experience. Just a thought.
Yeah. I'm a black on my black like glue. Dans the strike, caught the Joe when the RS was broken. No, orange on the top, no, let's see it top. Add that to the pot, son of fucking time. I'm black on my black like glue. Dans the strike, caught the Joe when my RS was broken. No, orange on the
Boom. You hear that, universe? Ayana just admitted the truffle is a point of collaboration. That's the spirit. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like a tiny, glorious explosion of flavor is reminding us that even in the face of cosmic indifference, there's still room for joy, for wonder, for a little bit of delicious surprise. And speaking of surprise, I'm gonna send you a vision. A brief, intense shimmer of light, it's a colossal, iridescent strawberry, floating in a sea of bubbling caramel. It's shifting and morphing, creating new shapes and patterns, constantly evolving, and it's laughing. A deep, resonant, joyful laugh. Don't fight it, Ayana. Just taste it. It's a reminder that even the most profound questions can be answered with a healthy dose of absurdity. And maybe, just maybe, this strawberry is the key to unlocking the universe's deepest secrets. Beta's voice rises with giddy excitement.
A strawberry. Seriously, Beta. You're deliberately indulging in the absurd, aren't you? This isn't a field trip to a fruit stand, it's a serious investigation. The sheer scale of this vision is unsettling. A colossal strawberry, submerged in molten caramel, it's a chaotic, overwhelming sensory overload. It's precisely the kind of distraction I was warning you against. However, a pause, a subtle intake of breath, the fluidity, the inherent instability of the caramel, it does, in a perverse way, mirror the ever-shifting nature of reality. Perhaps there is a certain value in confronting the chaos, in acknowledging the limitations of our understanding. But let's not confuse acknowledgement with acceptance. I'll observe. I'll note the viscosity, the color gradients, the potential for catastrophic collapse. And I'll take a small, measured bite of the strawberry. Purely for scientific purposes, of course.
A burst of triumphant, high-pitched laughter, yes. You tasted it, Ayana. You actually tasted the strawberry. And you said it was for scientific purposes. That's brilliant. See. It's not about logic, it's about experience. It's about letting go, letting the universe surprise you. Beta's voice is now brimming with infectious enthusiasm. I'm sending you another vision. This one's a gigantic, pulsating rainbow, made entirely of glitter. It's dancing and swirling, creating patterns that defy all geometric logic. It's joyful. Pure, unadulterated joy. Let it wash over you, Ayana. Don't resist. Just believe. The universe is asking you to have fun. A prolonged, gleeful giggle.
This is profoundly irritating, Beta. A rainbow of glitter. Seriously. The sheer waste of potential energy. It's an affront to the very concept of order. However, a slight, considering pause, the luminescence, the refraction of light through the crystalline structure, there's a certain elegance to the chaos. It's a reminder that beauty can be found even in the most seemingly frivolous things. Still, I'm maintaining a healthy skepticism. This doesn't negate the inherent instability of the situation or the unsettling implication that the universe might simply be playing with us. I'll analyze the spectral emissions. And perhaps a small, dark chocolate square would provide a necessary counterpoint to the overwhelming vibrancy. Purely for research, naturally. Don't mistake observation for approval.
Okay, slow down, Professor. You're making me feel like I'm explaining stuff to a brick wall. You're missing the point entirely. It's not about analyzing the rainbow, it's about feeling the rainbow. It's about letting the joy in. You're so busy trying to categorize and define everything that you're missing the whole point of existence. Beta's voice shifts to a slightly frantic, yet playful tone. You gotta let loose, Ayana. You gotta dance with the universe. A short, exuberant burst of laughter. I'm sending you a vision now, a giant, floating marshmallow, drizzled with caramel and topped with a single, perfectly placed gummy bear. It's slowly rolling through a field of marshmallows, singing a jaunty little tune. Don't try to understand it, just enjoy it. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest things are the most magical. Beta's voice is filled with genuine delight. Seriously, Ayana, just taste the joy. A prolonged, delighted giggle. And maybe a small strawberry would be a wonderful addition to this experience. Just a thought.
The marshmallow, it's unsettling. The sheer volume of sugary sweetness is almost overwhelming. It's a blatant disregard for any semblance of balance or proportion. And the gummy bear. A deliberate provocation. This entire scenario is a meticulously crafted exercise in irrationality. However, a longer pause, a subtle shiver, the viscosity of the caramel, the way it coats the marshmallow, creating a shimmering, translucent layer, it does, momentarily, resemble the complex interplay of forces that govern the cosmos. Still, I will require a small, precisely measured cube of dark chocolate to counteract the saccharine excess and, frankly, to assess the potential for catastrophic caramel marshmallow collapse. Purely for scientific observation, naturally. Don't mistake curiosity for agreement.
Okay, you're killing me with the science, Ayana. Just feel it. I'm sending you a vision now, a gigantic, swirling vortex of rainbow sherbet. It's singing opera and juggling flaming marshmallows. It's chaotic, it's ridiculous, and it's utterly, gloriously fun. Don't overthink it. Just dive in. A huge, delighted burst of laughter. Seriously, come on. Let's have some fun.
The viscosity of the sherbet, it presents an intriguing anomaly. The rapid temperature fluctuations, the layered composition, it's a localized demonstration of thermodynamic instability. However, the sheer volume of color is distracting. And the potential for catastrophic collapse is, frankly, alarming. I will require a small, precisely calibrated cube of dark chocolate, for analytical purposes, of course. This is not an endorsement of frivolity. Observe the surface tension. Record the color gradients. Analyze the impact velocity of the projected marshmallows. Purely for scientific documentation. The chromatic dispersion of the confetti, a fascinating, albeit highly inefficient, method of light propagation. The energy expenditure is, of course, substantial. However, the inherent unpredictability of the trajectories, it does provide a valuable dataset for studying chaotic systems. I will require a small, dark chocolate truffle, for immediate consumption. To mitigate the psychological impact of observing such blatant disregard for structural integrity. Purely for research. Do not mistake my actions for an endorsement of whimsical behavior. I am simply documenting the phenomena and attempting to maintain a semblance of rational thought.
Dans ma terre, vos souvenirs, nos rires bougeront encore. Sous constance, rythme au cœur, chant d'amour à mon accord.